G'day guys, Hussein from LaptopRepair.Sydney. Today we are doing a video on a hard drive upgrade on iMac A1419. This also applies to the A1418 and maybe a few other models due to them all being pretty much the same. So as you can see, the technician have that tool in their hands, like a little wheel with a handle. You basically run that between the screen and the housing of the iMac, and it will separate the adhesive. Now you will need to be careful because if you be a bit rough, you might still break the screen. There's still a chance that you break the screen, and these screens are quite expensive to replace. Especially if you have the 4K or the 5K screen, you may be looking at $700-800. That's not from Apple. If the iMac is a little early model, like 2013, 14, 15, they might not even have spare parts for it anymore. So as you can see, that's off. Once the screen comes off from the right, left and top, take it easy, and you just there's some cables connected. There's some sensor cable, LCD cable connected at the back of the screen to the motherboard. You will need to unplug them either from the screen or the motherboard. The technician, he prefers to do them from the motherboard side. You just have to be careful. If you happen to tilt the screen very fast, you might break a connector, which might end up being a motherboard problem. I'll just tell you the things that you need to be careful about so you don't make that mistake, and most of the time it is a very expensive mistake, especially with Apple machines. Just look on the motherboard and the screen, make sure nothing else is connected before you decide to pull the screen off. Screen off, handle with care. We don't want to crack the screen. It did, however, happen to us a couple of times where a technician dropped the screen and it cracked, and we had to replace it for the customer. So it happens. So now you just need to unscrew like a little caddy that holds the hard drive in place. A couple of plastic pieces, just covers. Now this takes a 2.5 inch laptop hard drive. So when you replace it, now this is, as I said, this is the quite an old model, so the newer ones, I believe they onboard hard drives. Now there is a rubber housing for the hard drive. Remove the hard drive off the rubber housing. Put your SSD into the rubber housing. Back into the machine. Plug your SATA cable into the hard drive. Put these holders back in place. So once you take the screen off, it's pretty straightforward job. It's just the trick is removing the screen. Clean any leftover adhesive. Now we do have some adhesive that are pre-cut for the iMacs. You can find them at LaptopRepair.Sydney and just search for the model number plus adhesive, for example A1419 adhesive. They come pre-cut, you don't have to cut them, etc. At the time of doing this video, maybe we didn't have these adhesives, so we'll wait and see what the technician is going to install. Yep, he's just using normal roll adhesive. Now we just need to test the machine to make sure it's working fine. So plug the cables in. A third hand just came in place, so you might need somebody to help you with that. So switch on the iMac, make sure the hard drive is operating well. You probably get a no operating system message, just the question mark. Looks like all is well, so the next step is just remove the cover of the adhesive and install the screen. Just tilt it backwards and all should be good. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions or need to buy the adhesive or spare parts, please see links in the comments below. Thank you very much. Take care.